Here are the answers to the chapter review test. So make sure you check them out. If you have any questions, please email me. Numbers 1 to 6, there you go. Just a matter of adding and knowing the difference between complementary and supplementary. Numbers 7 and 8. So for 7, we had to find two pairs of complementary angles. So we have angles B and G and angle P and S. I have... Let's get another one here. Let's say angle R. If you wrote angle R and angle F, they equal 90 degrees. So, and there's other ones, let me know. For angle 8, again, you had to just give two pairs. So for angle number 8, they give angle A and angle Q and H and K. I think there's another one there. So there's angle C and angle P. So that's 131 plus 49. So again, there might be others. If you find some, just let me know. Obviously, if you find some, I'm going to say that I did that on purpose, and I wanted to make sure you guys were paying attention. So let me know that. Number 9 here, we had to give two pairs of complementary angles. So we could say that angle ABR and angle RBS are complementary angles because together those angles add up to 90 degrees. I could say that angles SBT and TBC are also complementary angles because they make a right angle there. For supplementary angles, we could say ABR is supplementary with RBC. Okay. Another pair we could say ABS along with the other right angle SBC makes a right angle, makes a 180 degree angle. And the last one we have, let's go with ABT and TBC. Those two make a 180 degree angle. All right. Next one. So for number 10, this 137 degree angle and angle 1 make 180 degrees. So I just have to do 180 minus this 137. Whatever I have left over is 43. For number 11, I know these three angles, so 1, 2, 3, have to equal 180. So I can add up the 38 and the 22. That gives me 60. So I have 60 plus angle 2, which we'll call N, equals 180. I subtract 60 from both sides. I wind up with N equals 120. All right. To the next page. So number 12. So number 12, all three of these angles together have to equal 360 degrees. Right? So I could do 120 plus 45. So 120 plus 45 gives me 165. So 165 plus angle 3, which we'll call N, equals 360. Now I'm just subtracting 165 from both sides, and I wind up with N is equal to 195. For number 13, so again, these three angles here, this angle right here, plus this 17 degree angle, plus this 90 degree angle, have to equal 180. So I can write an equation of 90 plus 17 plus N equals 180. 90 and 17 is 107. So 107 plus N equals 180. I subtract 107 from both sides. I have that N equals 73. All right, number 14. So we have two angles. We have angle 3S plus angle S. That's got to equal 180. It's a straight line. So that leaves me with 4S equals 180. Then I divide both sides by 4, and I have S equals 45. Number 15. So three angles, again, these are all 180 right here. These two anyway, 180. So my equation could be 3W plus the 2W plus 40. That's got to equal 180 degrees. All right, so that comes out to be 5W plus 40 equals 180. I subtract 40 from both sides. I wind up with 5W equals 140. Divide both sides by 5. I get W is equal to 28 degrees. All right. Number 16. So for number 16, I know that these three angles here, see that I have a straight line there, these three angles, this angle plus the 90-degree angle plus this R have to equal 180. So my equation could be the 2, I'm sorry, that's an R, that's a T. So 2T plus the other T plus the 90-degree angle has to equal 180. So I'm left with 3T plus 90 equals 180. I subtract 90 from both sides. Those cancel out. 3T is equal to 90. Divide both sides by 3, get T equals 30. Over here, so what I do for this one, I just look at this first, this right angle right here. So that right angle is made up of two angles, this 53-degree angle and the V. So 53, because I know it's a right angle because I have that little box there. So 53 plus V equals 90. So subtract 53 from both sides, I get V is equal to 37. So with that, if I know that V equals 37, this equals 37. Now, let's look at this bigger, not the bigger, let's look at the other right angle. That's here. If I know that one angle is 37, so I could say 37 plus U equals 90. I subtract 37 from both sides, and I wind up with U equals 53. All right, next one. So for here, I would just take this R right here and just put it right here. And we should know that this is also R because those two angles are vertical angles. So this one's vertical with that one, and we know vertical angles are always congruent. So now, I'm just going to sort of forget about this side of the diagram here and just look at the other side. I know the other side is made up of three angles, 4R, R, and 70. So 4R plus 70 has to equal 180. So I'm left with 5R plus 70 equals 180. I subtract 70 from both sides. I wind up with 5R equals 110. Divide both sides by 5, and I have R is equal to 22. For number 19, these four angles together have to equal 180. No, it doesn't, and that's equal 360. All right, so as you can see, there's a little circle there. It's kind of broken up, but it's a circle. So 4x plus 3x is 7x, plus 2x is 9x, plus that 1x is 10x. So I'm left with 10x has got to be equal to 360. I divide both sides by 10. I get x is equal to 36 degrees. Next page. So for so angle 1 here has got to be 25 degrees because see we have our two parallel lines. So this line here is parallel with that line there. And then, of course, this is our transversal. So this 25-degree angle and this angle 1 here are alternate interior angles. So that's 25. So once I know that's 25, it should be easy to figure out what this 2 is because, well, this is part of a triangle. So here's my, I'm going to draw it in yellow here. Here's my triangle. So right here. And I know two of the angles. I know one's a 90-degree angle plus that 25-degree angle. That's got a plus n has to equal 180. I do 90 and 25. That gives me 115 plus n equals 180. I subtract 115 from both sides. I get n equals 65. All right. Next one. So for, let's see, we're going to figure out 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to figure out 3. The first thing that comes to my mind is to say, well, if I know this is 114 right here, okay, this angle is 114. So if I combine this angle with it, it's got to equal 180 degrees. So that means this has to be 66. All right. So now, since I have my parallel lines here, this line is parallel to that line, I know that this 66-degree angle plus angle 3 are corresponding angles. So that means angle 3 is 66. All right, so I got 3 is 66. So I'm going to put that here. That's also 66. Now for angle 1, we could just do it like this. We could say that this 66-degree angle plus a 62-degree angle plus 1 has to equal 180. So 66 and 62 gives me 128 plus angle 1, which we'll call n, equals 180. I'll subtract 128 from both sides and get n is equal to 52. So n equals 52. So we know this is 66 over here. This is 52. Now angle 2 also has to be 52 because again, we have the parallel lines here. This line is parallel with that line, and this is our transversal. So angle 1 and angle 2 are alternate interior angles. So that means angle 2 is also 52 degrees. Okay, number 22. So number 22, we have this. So let's do it like this. So we have we know that this right here. This is a good one. So this can I make this bigger? Yes, I could. Could I? Yeah, I could. Perfect. So this right here is almost a circle, right? But we have this little part that's left out, right there. No, my ink's run out. No, my ink's still out. There. That little part. Let's make it a different color. So let's go with this. So we're missing this little part. So this angle, this pink angle that I drew, plus this 330-degree angle has to equal 360. So that makes this angle right here 30 degrees, right? Because 330 plus 30 equals 360. So now I have my three angles. I know that 2x plus x plus 30, so 2x plus x plus 30 has to equal 180. Let's make that into 3x. So 3x plus 30 equals 180. We'll subtract 30 from both sides, and we wind up with 3x equals 150. Divide both sides by 3, and we get that x equals 50. All right? So for number 23. So this is a, these lines are all parallel. Like these two, like this side here is parallel with this side, and of course, this side is parallel. No, I can't use that color. This side is parallel with that side, right? So if this is 7, and keep in mind this is a rhombus, so it's a quadrilateral. So that means inside all 4 of these angles, so this big angle, this angle, this angle, and that angle all equal 360. So since everything's parallel, if this is 70, that means this over here, this one here, is also 70. So angle 1 is also 70 degrees. Now, so far we've accounted for 140 degrees. 70 plus 70 is 140. So we know that 140 plus n is going to be equal to 360. So I'm going to subtract 140 from both sides, and I'm going to wind up with n is equal to 220. Now that n in this case represents all the degrees I have left over. So I'm still looking for these two angles, right? So these two angles are also equal to one another. So that means I have 220 degrees to divide amongst those two angles. So 220 divided by 2 is 110. That means each one of these angles here, each one of these angles here is 110 degrees. So this represents 110, and this big angle right here represents 110. Now, since this angle, this big angle here is cut in half, half of 110 is 55, and that's how we got that 55. Next one, number 24. So we're looking for EBG. So EBG is right here. Okay, well, I know that if I look at these angles, I'm going to put this in red. I know that these angles right here, this 74-degree angle plus this 90-degree angle plus this angle have to all equal 180. So I have those three angles there. I have the 74-degree angle plus the 90-degree angle plus, we'll say n equals 180. So 90 and 74 is 164. So 164 plus n is 180. I subtract 164 from both sides. I get that EBG equals 16. All right. Now let's find BGC. So BGC is right there. So we find that. So if we think about this, let's draw just that triangle there. Let's draw this triangle. That's not good. So this is E, G, B. Now remember, we know that this right here was 16. We know that this right here is 42. So now we're looking for this angle. We're looking for this angle right here, which is an exterior angle to this triangle. Remember, to find this exterior angle, we look at the two opposite interior angles. So 16 plus 42 is going to give us 58. Yeah, so that's 58. So there's our answer. So 58. 42 and 16 is 58. Those are the two opposite interior angles. Together, the sum of them is equivalent to this exterior angle. Moving on. I think the last page. So the diagram shows the flag of the United Kingdom. Name two pairs of complementary, two pairs of supplementary angles. So here you go. You got two pairs of complementary there, two pairs of supplementaries. So the complementaries that I could see here, so we have PNS, which is this one, and SNR is this one, as well as we have MNQ. So MNQ is this, along with QNR, which is that. Those are two pairs of complementaries. And then for the supplementary angles, we have PNS, which is this, along with SNM, which is that. Then we have PNR. So we have the two right angles here, these two right angles. And then we have, the last one we have is PNQ, which is this, along with QNM, that. All right. This one, so these drive me crazy. It's hard for me to see these. So we have, I'm going to draw it. I'm going to try to anyway. So here's a straight line. And then we have an angle like this and an angle like that, looks like. So it says the measure of angle 1 equals 15. So this is angle 1 right here. So this is 15. And the measure of angle 2 is 131. That's this. So what's the measure of angle 3, which is right here? I'm going to call that n. So 131 plus 15 is give us 146. So 146 plus what has to equal 180, and that's going to be 34. So number 27. So here you go. So it says the measure of angle 1, which is right here. So the measure of angle 1, which is right here, is 12x plus 7. And the measure of angle 2 is right here, and that is 10x plus 15. So 10x plus 15. Now it says that x is equal to 4. So if x equals 4, let's find the value of angle 1. So I just do 12 times 4 plus 7. 12 times 4 is 48, plus 7 is 55. Now again, if x equals 4, 10 times 4 is 40, plus 15 is 55. So they're equal. So it says, explain how you know that PQ is parallel to RS. So over here it's telling us, once I find the value of each one of the angles, it says because the measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle 2, and they are corresponding angles, therefore PQ must be parallel to RS. All right, I think this is the last one we have. Yep. So last one. So we have the measure of angle 1 is, so this 1, it gives us the measure of this angle, which is 5x minus 20. It gives us the measure of angle 2, which is 2x plus 14. And then it gives us the measure of angle 3 is 18. So it wants to know what's the value of angles 1 and 2. Well, we got to find the value of x. So to find the value of x, I could just take this whole thing, because I know those three angles together have to equal 180 degrees. So plus that 18-degree angle equals 180. So 5x plus 2x is 7x. Negative 20 plus 14 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 18 is positive 12. Equals 180. I subtract 12 from both sides. I wind up with 7x is equal to 168. Divide both sides by 7, and x is equal to 24? Yes, 24. So 7 goes into 16 2 times, there's 2 left over, 7 goes into 28 4 times. So x equals 24. So once I know that, x equals 24. Perfect. So if x equals 24, let's find the value of angle 1. So 5x minus 20 can be rewritten as 5 times 24 minus 20. Well, 5 times 24 is 120 minus 20 is 100. For the measure of angle 2, 2x plus 14 can be rewritten as 2 times 24 plus 14. Well, 2 times 24 is 48. 48 plus 14 is 62. And that is the chapter review. Boys, girls, if I went too fast over something or you don't understand something, please email me and I'll try to go over a little more with you somehow. So other than that, just kind of go over the stuff. I'm going to give you guys a little test tomorrow. It'll kind of bleed into the weekend there, but so you'll have some time to do it. But anyway, they're the answers. Let me know if you have any problems.